Hello again, and welcome to Ward's 10 Best Engines for 2013. So now, let's get to why you're all here. The Ward's 10 Best Engines of 2013. First, I'd like to give you an inside look at the things our judges considered as we evaluated this year's engine candidates. Let's take a look.
I think this engine is really a remarkable piece of work.
It's also a great Mustang on steroids.
When the engine shuts down, this car is just quiet as a tomb.
That's the sound of the future.
One of my colleagues has a different opinion. He thinks it could be a little torqueier.
We got stop start. When we come to a complete start, stop. All right.
What's different about this from a standard Prius is it's equipped with lithium-ion batteries. The question for us as Ward's 10 Best Engines judges is,
What are you going to do with almost 600 horsepower?
thanks everybody for coming. I'm Tom Murphy, and I'm the executive editor of Ward's Auto World magazine. Thanks to our friends at Blue Sky Productions for pulling that video montage together. It's a snapshot of the evaluation process. There's also a 35-minute video roundtable of 6 of the editors explaining our choices and also crying in our beer, about the ones that didn't make the cut. And that's also out on wardsauto.com right now if you want to take a look. Our formula for picking the 10 best engines is fairly straightforward. We compare and contrast the spec sheets. We evaluate the pros and cons of new technology. We chart the fuel economy. We listen. We look for the vital first impression when we step on the gas. We ponder how an engine would perform on a 200-mile road trip. We do score sheets. To everyone in this room, 10 best engines is a big deal, and we're thrilled when we hear that the powertrain bosses are rallying their troops by setting this goal before them, to win a Ward's 10 Best Engines trophy. Banners hang in the lab. Financial incentives and bonuses might provide further motivation. That's tremendous. You love these trophies. We love your engines. I've been involved in this competition now for 15 years, and is it just me, or have you all seen in the past few years that the pace of change in the powertrain world has just ratcheted up, it seems? I mean, we evaluated 40 engines this year, which has happened before, but something was different this year. Unlike any previous year, a majority of those 40 engines that we tested this year, they were clean sheet designs. They were all new. We're not talking like an extra 15 horsepower or the addition of a stop-start system, but fundamental architectural changes that take time, money, and certainly the engineering resources. So I'm talking about doing away with exhaust manifolds. I'm talking about reversing the airflow within an engine, integrating sophisticated electronics and continuously variable valve timing, honing in on the material science to take 10 pounds out of the engine block. Meanwhile, that engine has to make more power and consume less fuel. The engine is a mirror image of every one of us in this room here today. It has to do more with less. And it's not just a matter of throwing out the old technology because something better has come along. Sure, everyone is adding direct fuel injection and generally finding benefits, but hats off to Honda and to Chrysler for showing the world that outstanding benchmark affordable engines can get their fuel from tried and true multi-port fuel injection. Yes, change is constant in this community. Engines that were new just a few years ago are being improved and modified much more quickly than in the past. And powertrain teams are under enormous pressure to think way outside their comfort zones. Hybrids, plug-in hybrids, battery electrics, fuel cell vehicles. We need a little show of hands here. How many in this room right now are working on alternative propulsion systems, whether it's hybrids, EVs, whatever? Show of hands. Okay, and another question. When you graduated from engineering school, how many of you looked forward to the day when you would be working on these types of vehicles? Anybody? Anybody want to work on these types of engines? It's a reality today. CAFE requirements make this work supremely important because without your success, there's a good chance that your companies will struggle to stay alive when the mandate reaches 54.5 miles per gallon in 2025. Not to put pressure on any of you, but the company is riding on your shoulders. This year we tested a record high 8 hybrids, including plug-ins, and 3 were battery electrics. I'm sad to say that none of them made the cut this year, but don't be discouraged. We are confident that these propulsion systems will dazzle us in the future. So on behalf of the Ward's editorial team, thank you for your passion and your dedication. Give yourself and your colleagues a round of applause, please.